Hey, it's Cindy, and today we're talking about the 5 mental and emotional benefits of laughter. For more videos like this, packed with actionable tips or useful information or just pure happiness, then make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and let's get into the video. Last week we talked about the physical benefits. This week it's all about the mental and emotional. So again, my aim is for you to take at least one of these and to use it as an excuse to laugh more, as if you need an excuse. Benefit 1 is that having a good laugh can stop negative emotions. Now we know this, of course we do, but sometimes we all need a reminder. So if we're feeling anxious or angry or sad, well, it's impossible to feel any of those things when we're having a good laugh. So can we find a way to make ourselves laugh to negate those emotions or to calm them down so that we can feel better? Not that we should actually ignore emotions because they're there, because they're to give us some kind of message that our thinking is out of whack. But if we can change our emotion into laughing, then we're going to be changing our thoughts as well. So it'll have a knock-on effect. So if you're having negative emotion, if you find yourself getting down in the dumps, find something that makes you laugh. I've talked a lot about finding your favourite comedian on YouTube because that's what I like to do. But another great thing, and something I found when I was making my last video for YouTube, was videos of babies laughing. Now, if you've ever watched a baby laughing, I mean, you can't help but laugh along. And you can find compilation videos of babies laughing. So I highly recommend just Googling babies laughing, and you can't help but feel uplifted, and while you're laughing you can't actually feel those other emotions. So long term it's a good idea to find out why you're feeling those emotions and maybe do something about it perhaps, but in the short term or in the moment, having a good laugh is going to make you feel a whole lot better, and maybe that stuff won't seem so important anymore. So benefit number 2 is that it can help you to relax and recharge. Now, in the last video, I talked about how it can reduce the stress hormones in our body. That's also going to reduce the stress that we're feeling, and we're going to make us feel more relaxed. And I also talked about how it can help to relax all of our muscles when we're having a good laugh, especially all the muscles in our abdomen. And when we're really tense and stressed, we can find that our muscles get really tight. And so by relaxing them by laughing, we're going to feel more relaxed, and we're going to feel the emotion of feeling relaxed as well. It's going to have that effect for us. So we're going to relax our mind, we're going to relax our body. It's going to be like you've had a spa day, and you come away from it feeling recharged and ready for the next thing that you're going to deal with, and just really chilled. And this is the same way you can feel after you've had a really good laugh, feeling relaxed and recharged as if you've been on a spa day. Moving on to benefit number 3, it can help you change your perspective. So we've looked at that as well in another video a few weeks ago. We looked at how to change your perspective, and I posed a question that can help you to change your perspective. But also seeing the funny side of things can really help us change our perspective. So if we've got a problem or there's something going wrong, the other day my computer was absolutely driving me bonkers. I was trying to edit a video. So this video goes up on Wednesday, every Wednesday on my YouTube channel. I was trying to edit the video to get it up on Wednesday, and could I get it to work? No, I couldn't. It kept crashing. I kept losing stuff, even though I was saving as I went along. It was absolutely a nightmare, and I lost about 2 hours of work. We've all been there when a computer's gone doolally, and we have had loads of stuff go missing, and it was driving me nuts. And what I could have done is tried to see the funny side of it. What I could have done is laughed at myself because I was taking it really, really seriously. I could have taken a step back and just had a bit of fun, and I guess it probably would have helped a lot. But what I actually did was ranted and raved at my computer and got really sarcastic with it, which, to be honest, didn't really help. My computer didn't care that I was ranting and raving at it. It doesn't have feelings, and it didn't make it work any better either. So I kind of think I would have done better to take a step back and stop taking it all so seriously. And it's a really good thing to remember. Life is fun. Most of the time, we're not at risk of having a saber-toothed tiger rip our throat out. We're not going to lose our house, regardless of how much we think we can't afford this and we can't afford that, or that we can't do this and we can't do that. At the end of the day, you've got a roof over your head. If you're watching this, you've got some kind of wonderful electronic device that gives you access to all of the internet. You've got food in your belly. You can listen to music. You can go for a walk. You've got freedom. You've got all of this. Stop taking it all so seriously. Have a laugh. Now, of course, there's a time and a place for being serious, and we all need to remember that. Of course we do. You can't be laughing and joking all the time. But there's a lot of times in our life when we could just take a step back and not take it so seriously. I've committed to putting a video up every Wednesday. If I miss one, I don't expect there's people there waiting for my video to come out on a Wednesday. And even if there were, I'm sure they'd understand because my computer was playing up. Do you know what I mean? I was just taking it too seriously. So take a step back, have a laugh, see the funny side, and it'll help to change your perspective. Now I've got a story, a new video is going up, and it'll be my 3 self-help books that I'm loving right now, and one of them is Creating the Impossible by Michael Neill. I've done a little bit of a review about it, but in that book, I've got it here on my Kindle, that he's got a little story along the lines of this that I wanted to read to you because it really illustrates the point. So he found this in a book called The Art of Possibility. So I'm going to read this to you quickly. Okay, the story goes like this. 2 prime ministers are sitting in a room discussing affairs of state. Suddenly, a man bursts in, apoplectic with fury, shouting and stamping and banging his fist on the table. The resident prime minister admonishes him. Peter, he says, kindly remember rule number 6. Peter is instantly restored to complete calm, and he apologises and withdraws from the room. The politicians return to the conversation, only to be interrupted 20 minutes later by a hysterical woman whose computer was probably playing up, hair flying, gesticulating wildly. I think that was me yesterday. This intruder is greeted with the words, Marie, please remember rule number 6. Complete calm descends once more, and she too withdraws with a bow and apology. When the scene is repeated for a 3rd time, the visiting Prime Minister addresses his colleague and says, my dear friend, I've seen many things in my life, but I have never, ever seen anything as remarkable as this. Would you be willing to share with me the rule number 6, this amazing secret that you have? And the Prime Minister says, very simple. Rule number 6 is, don't take yourself so goddamn seriously. Ah, says his visitor, that is a fine rule. After a moment of pondering, he asks, and what, may I ask, are the other rules? And he says, there aren't any. So I love that story, and I wanted to share it with you because it's a really good way of illustrating how not taking yourself so seriously can have a massive impact in your life, and not taking situations so seriously. So use laughter, see the funny side to change your perspective, and maybe things will go a bit smoother and you'll have a better day than I did on Wednesday. Moving on to benefit number 4. By the way, do comment below if you've ever had a situation like this where you've actually absolutely been doing your nut, and when you look back you wish you hadn't taken it quite so seriously, because I don't want to feel alone in the fact that I did that, because oh dear, I wish I could go back and change it. Anyway, benefit number 4 is having a good laugh with other people brings you closer to those people. We all know laughter's contagious. If we see, like I was talking about the babies laughing on YouTube, if you see babies laughing, you can't help but laugh. You watch comedy, they have a laughter track. Even just hearing the sound of laughter will encourage us to laugh. Hearing the sound of laughter lets us know that something is funny, and then we're inclined to laugh as well. But sharing laughter with other people, maybe going to see a funny film or going to see some comedy, or just having a laugh and a joke amongst a group of friends, it really does bring you closer and helps you to bond with that shared experience. And isn't it fun to be sharing a bit of laughter with everybody so that we can all be happy? Because if everyone was happy, what would the world be like? It would be amazing. So remember to build time into your life. Remember to allow for time for meeting up with friends and just having a laugh. There doesn't always have to be some reason. There doesn't have to be something to celebrate. Just do it, like have a laughing meetup, whatever it is. It doesn't matter, but get more laughter into your life, because look at how it can benefit you and everyone around you. It's so brilliant. Okay, so moving on to benefit number 5, and it's kind of linked to the 4th one. It strengthens our relationships. Laughing together can make our relationships stronger with that bonding that we're doing. We're doing something together, and it can make us more spontaneous in our relationships. So it doesn't necessarily mean romantic relationships and friend relationships, family, anything like that. It can make you more spontaneous, have ideas to go and do something different, maybe spend time doing something you wouldn't normally do, and maybe go and have fun doing stuff that you wouldn't normally have fun doing. So it'll make you more spontaneous. It can help you forget any resentments or criticisms, particularly in maybe a romantic or family setting where there might be things that have happened that you kind of bearing a grudge a bit or kind of hanging on to. And truthfully, the only person that's really hurting is you, because you're the one feeling those feelings. By having more laughter within that relationship, it allows you to forget those things. They just become not important anymore. It actually becomes more important to spend time together. It helps to release our inhibitions. Sometimes we can, especially us Brits, we can be a bit kind of tamped down. But when we're having a laugh, quite often we let everything go, don't we? And I'm a big laugher. I laugh a lot. And I don't care if I'm a bit loud. If people don't like it, well, it's tough. And obviously I'm not like that in really formal settings. But most of the time I'm just quite happy to have a laugh. And if people think I'm too loud, tough. And it does allow you to be more yourself, because all those inhibitions, they're not you. They're not who we are. So allowing those to be released, even for a moment while we're having a good old laugh, is going to help us to become closer to that me inside. And so for me, it's been a mission of mine for the last 2-3 years, is to begin every year to know that I'm getting closer and closer to the real me inside, taking off all those layers of beliefs and inhibition, releasing all those layers that aren't me, and getting closer to me, and being able to have a laugh like that in a public situation, or in a relationship, or in your family, and not feel like you have to kind of keep it closed down and be quiet. It's an amazing thing to be able to be closer to yourself and let go of all that other stuff that isn't you. And it allows you to sort of connect with your true feelings, so that you can be more authentic and more connected, and live your life the way it was always supposed to be. So that's benefit number 5. It's a biggie. It's strengthening that relationship with your family and your partner and your friends. We're meant to be in strong relationships. It's how we're wired. It's biologically the way we are. When we don't have that, or when we're not working on that, we're not focusing on it to keep our relationships going, it can drift away. We've all had that. But relationships take work. All relationships take work. It doesn't have to be hard work. It can be fun work. And having a laugh can do that for us. So those are the benefits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have raced through them. And now we're going to move on to the next part, which is an action. As always, I like to give you an action, because the point of these videos is that you make a change and you get something different in your life, so that you can be happier. So the action is, I want you to take a solemn vow. I want you to put your right hand up in the air, and I want you to say, I hereby declare that I'm going to stop taking myself and my life so seriously. I'm going to stop and smell the flowers, and I'm going to have a laugh. Did you do it? Let me know in the comments if you did it. So that's your vow. I want you to stick to that. It is a solemn, very serious vow. And the reason I want you to do this is because I want you to be happy. And if the world is full of happy people, amazing world it will be. Well, that was a laugh, wasn't it? Watch this video next to find out more about laughter and how it can help you. And remember to subscribe if you would like more videos like this, and I will speak to you in the next video. Have a fabulous day.